Your mother is such an interesting soul.
You know what else has an interesting soul? It's Bonko! It's Bonko! Bonko!
Well, call me an uncle and bonk me on the head. It's Bonkle 4.
Yes!
Fonkle.
Fornkle.
I'm actually really excited. We're officially in my blind spot. I don't know a damn thing from here on out.
You might still know some stuff about the Bonkles that we're talking about tonight because we are talking about 3 entirely different sets of Bionicle figures because they are the same 6 characters spread out across 3 different lines of figures. The starting forms of those figures were released in the first wave of Bionicles, so you might know about them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
That being said, this quiz is going to be absurdly long. There are 6 rounds, 4 questions apiece. We're going to be here for a while.
Still somehow not your longest quiz.
Not at all my longest quiz, but it's not my shortest by a long shot. I have put together a lore video as per usual. However, there is not a whole lot of information because I realized I couldn't show any footage of most of the stuff we're going to be talking about because of quiz spoilers. So enjoy this very thrown together, not particularly informative lore video. Hello and welcome to another Bionicle lore video. The island of Motunui was home to many different types of creatures, but the one primary inhabitant of the island were the Matoran. The Matoran were short little guys who were responsible for creating pretty much all the cities and inhabited parts of the island of Motunui and the Bionicle universe as a whole. These settlements were obviously also home to the TOA as well, but more importantly for today's video, they were the home of beings called the Turaga. The Turaga were wise elders who functioned as the leaders of each of the Matoran villages. The first Turaga in existence was created by the Great Being. However, subsequent Turaga would come into existence when a Matoran would reach the final stages of his life. So essentially, Turaga are just really old geriatric Matoran. The original 6 Turaga figures were released in 2001 along with the rest of the original Bionicle lines, and they are going to be the 6 characters that we are going to be focusing on today. That's because these 6 Turaga were not just the 6 old cronies who ran the villages on Motunui, they were actually a group of former TOA. That's right, in 2004, it was revealed that the TOA Matau / TOA Nuva were not the first TOA to exist in the world of Bionicle. In fact, there were many different TOA groups that existed prior to them, just not on the island of Motunui. Years ago, these 6 Turaga were actually the 6 TOA of a different island called Metru Nui, and they were, of course, known as the TOA Metru. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil anything for the actual quiz portion of this video. However, I do want to go over some of the history and features of the TOA Metru figures. The TOA Metru were originally released in the winter of 2004, and they featured some pretty significant upgrades compared to the previous lines of TOA figures. If you remember in our previous video, the Rakshi were the Bionicle franchise's first iteration of knees. However, the TOA Metru had knees and elbows. These guys were just bending all over the dang place. They were also given new torso designs that featured a little compartment in the chest to hide all of the internal gears for the arm swingage, and also had a slot in the bottom for a hip piece. These TOA figures also featured brand new skull designs, which were significantly longer and deeper, and they also had a ball joint as a neck so they could actually turn their dang heads. Now, just as the TOA Matau were upgraded to the TOA Nuva a year after their release, the TOA Metru were also given upgraded figures the year after their release. The TOA Hordecal were mutated monster-like versions of the TOA Metru who came into existence after they were exposed to Viscerac venom and put inside of little creepy nests things. Cocoons is probably the word that I'm looking for. So let's strap in, get ready for this dang old quiz that's gonna be just long as balls. That was a weird metaphor. Balls aren't typically long, I don't think. Tell us in the comments below if you have long balls. Let's begin with round number 1. We're starting off with the fire guy, as per usual. It's Turaga Vakama.
Yay! Wow. His head is so tall.
His head is kind of tall.
These guys really
leaning back so hard.
These guys look like something I would have tried to make out of extra pieces I found in the bottom of like my Lego box.
Really do.
Yeah,
that doesn't look like a body piece for anything ever. Like
they're a component of a larger Bionicle.
Yeah, I never had a single Turaga figure. I always did like Vakama's mask, though. I think it's a pretty cool looking one.
So is this the elderly version?
Yes, this is the elderly version.
That makes more sense to me because the way he's standing is just like hips out. Like, the brother's got sciatica like crazy. Or sorry, not sciatica, scoliosis. Probably sciatica too.
They really leaned into it in the CGI movies. I have, for my first question, because as I stated in the lore video, these guys, before being old geriatric octogenarian Turagas, they were tall and handsome Toa. But before that, like everyone, they were Matoran. So, my first question for you, when Turaga Vakama was a Matoran, what was his occupation?
Oh.
Man, what an unintelligible sentence without any of the background that we have now.
This is why I have to do lore videos.
Of course.
Was he a pro athlete, a hunter? Oh, I have a typo. Hang on. There we go. A pro athlete, a hunter, a mask maker, or a storyteller?
Storyteller. He carries the flame between generations.
Okay.
Yeah.
A mask maker. He carries the mask that birth baby.
What?
I watched the lore video and I still thought that sentence was unintelligible. You're
That
gonna have
is
to roll that one back,
unintelligible.
brother.
The difference being that one was plain English and still made no sense.
Moving right along, I do like the idea of both storyteller and mask maker. Like I like the bit carry on the flame, and mask maker. His mask is the only cool part about him, so maybe that's what he's good at. However, fire guy probably good at hunting. Probably
Not at all, actually. He sure was a mask maker, though. One of the best in all the land. That was Mitch who got that one right.
yes, birth baby.
You got it somehow.
also,
That's like a fucking sim. That's like a fucking Sims thing. Like, baby.
It's a sim stim. Vakama was once an apprentice smelter of Kanohi masks trained by Nuri, who I'm not going to show because I forgot to get a picture. However, Vakama soon surpassed his mentor in skill and attained his own forge. And in Bionicle 2, Legends of Metru Nui, he does start the movie out as a humble mask maker.
Oh, very humble.
Very anxiety-ridden, and
As mask makers are.
he's kind of an annoying character throughout the entire movie, but we're not going to get into that. I'm going to move right on along to question number 2, because when Vakama became a Toa in said movie, what was his Toa tool? AKA his weapon. Was it a spinner launcher, a disc launcher, a missile launcher, or a protodermis gun?
Missile launcher.
Disc launcher. That made my face twitch.
Good.
I think I'm doubling up. Is this the set where they released disc launchers? Because I know that was like a big deal.
Yes, the trademark like thing that the Metru Nui stuff was based around was the Kanohi discs, and of course he had a Kanohi disc launcher.
Hell yeah.
I
recognize that so hard, actually.
Literally just pinch powered.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I only chose that for silly and because, man, am I a slut for a disc launcher.
Oh, yeah.
The disc launchers were very fun. It was a very good thing. We're going to talk about the Vaki in the next video, which were like the enemy units that went along with the TOA METRU, and they had their disc launchers as their mouths. They had like little chompers, and you'd like squeeze their heads and shoot the discs out.
Oh,
They're pretty cool.
the memories.
I'll have to see it. Did you say that's not this video? That's next video?
Not this video. That'll be the next video, but
Okay. I'm very excited for the next
You've
one.
unlocked core memories by talking about it coming out, like spitting out of their mouth. I was like,
yeah. I was a fan of those figures. Anyway, did you know that his because all of the weapons have to double as something, right? His disc launcher actually doubles as a jetpack. which is why
What?
the flames that are built into the disc launcher, those are supposed to be actual flames that come out when he's using it as a jetpack. It like attaches to his back.
Oh,
But none of the plastic pieces were multicolor, were they?
Familiar too,
No, none of
actually.
them multicolor. Yeah.
I see it now. I'm looking at the image and I can see what that.
Yeah.
It does sound very familiar to me.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
did
there's
have,
a spot for him to put it on. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
I did have, I think I had all of the TOA METRU actually, or at least most of them. And I was a fan of his mask specifically, which
It's cool.
was the Kanohi Huna. And it's pretty good mask, pretty cool mask. And
I think this is where I'm more familiar with at least the designs of these Bionicles, because this is incredibly familiar to me.
Yeah,
This
these
was
were
my
always much
favorite.
cooler to me.
yeah, this is my favorite TOA group. It's probably just because that was like the prime age for Bionicle. Like I grew up with, I grew up with Bionicle since the original like TOA Matau, but like TOA Nuva, I was like the perfect age to be begging my parents for shit and like watching the movies and just be all super invested. Anyway, I digress. What was the mask power for the Kanohi Huna? This is our third question for round number 1. Was it the mask of invisibility, intangibility, infusibility, or invincibility?
Infusibility. I'm just gonna jump on that.
Okay, jumped on that very quick.
That
not 'cause I
feels
got
like
an
you were
infusion
just
recently.
reaching for that feels like you were just reaching for another in something word, to be fully honest.
Maybe.
I'm screw it. Fire guy has the big powers. Invincibility.
Okay.
Being pulled towards intangibility here.
That'd be
Okay.
cool.
Everyone has been pulled toward incorrect answers. This is the mask of invisibility. Nobody gets points.
Really?
Yes.
It
and
does
if you-
look stealthy.
if you remember in
does.
the movie, which all of you have clearly watched, he struggles to find his mask power throughout the entire movie, and then at the end, it is just invisibility, and he defeats Makuta by turning invisible and having Makuta pull a rock into himself, killing himself.
So sorry, what?
Excellent work.
I guess he doesn't kill himself. He knocks himself
Excellent.
out and smashes himself into a wall, and then they freeze him in like protodermis or some shit. I don't know. Movie wasn't that great. The Kanohi Huna
protodermis
allows
gone.
its user and any objects they are holding to turn completely invisible, although their shadow will still remain. The mask can also hide the user from technological systems such as the Crawley. I don't know what that is. I'm a fake fan. Though the user can still be detected by sophisticated sensors.
Oh.
So you just got fancy enough sensor, then your mask don't do shit.
I guess not.
Neat.
Kind of a
joke-
not cool mask power for how cool it looks, but you know, they can't all be winners.
I like the storytelling arc of him not being able to find his mask power and then the mask power being invisible.
And
Yeah,
they
there's some
can't find
it's
him.
poetic, I guess.
It is. It's honestly like whoever wrote that like through line, I get it. I see it, and that's fun. That's a good job.
My favorite part of that entire movie was him being a whiny bitch the entire time. We have one final question for Vakama.
That's an
before
odd
we
part to be your favorite.
move along.
Through line.
What?
it's not.
You say it's an odd line to
on
be your
brand.
favorite, or an odd one to
So
be your
that's an odd part.
Yeah,
yes.
like of him
I
being
think
a
it's
whiny
perfectly
bitch.
on brand.
Yeah.
Vakama wasn't my favorite Toa. We'll get to him eventually. But when Vakama was mutated into a Hortica, what did his tools transform into? He no longer had a disc launcher. He instead had one of the following things. Did he have blow torches, fire axes, a sword and shield, or dual disc launchers?
Oh no. Don't do that.
Or 3 disc launchers.
Well, as previously stated, I am a slot for disc launchers, so give me a second fucking disc launcher,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Very well could have been.
And if you know me, you know that I sometimes sport a certain weapon in Monster Hunter, and I'm a slut for sword and shield. Give me the sword
Okay.
and shield.
Cool.
And if you know me, you'll know that I'm always sporting a weapon in Monster Hunter, but I'll pick fire axes instead.
Okay, and for another round in a row, everyone has dodged the real answer of blowtorches. Here is what he looked like.
I know, I had those. I had that weapon.
Oh yeah, man.
That's very cool.
I recognize this really, really distinctly.
Yeah.
I didn't have that figure, but I had that weapon for some reason.
Yeah. The weapons were called blazer claws. But they were essentially just blowtorches. Especially in the movie, I remember them basically just operating like Bunsen burner hands. The blazer claws were used to produce small but intense flames and to charge up the fire Rotuka spinners on his back.
Yeah,
Rotuka spinners were what replaced the disc launchers in that era of Bionicle.
I remember the spinner.
Disc launchers were better.
Yeah.
They didn't go as high,
still cool.
But the Rotuka spinners came with fucking Beyblade ripcords, and that shit went hard.
That's cool.
When worlds collide.
Yeah. That's
cool.
The fire...
Don't make me pull out that Bakugan I got with the ripcord on it.
Jesus Christ. The fire blazer claws and it could be turned on and off, though Vakama initially had little control over it. Haven't seen Bionicle 3 in a very long time because I lost my DVD, but I do remember there being a scene where his hands just light on fire and he goes, and I go, Vakama, how are you still a whiny bitch? We went through that arc. Get over it. You're a weird freak now. Deal with it.
You've metamorphosized into a beautiful butterfly, you bitch.
Moving ahead into round number 2, we are going on to the water gal, who was Nokama. Almost the same name as Vakama, but not.
Same scoliosis.
Yeah. They're all going to be bent that way. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. Instead of it being like a scoliosis thing, I'm reading it a little differently now, and it's more like they're just all sassy. They're all just like, well, hey there.
Yeah.
How you doing?
They look
They
like
really
toddlers.
are leading with the pelvis in the figures.
Yeah. I hate the mask so much.
The mask is really lame.
It's a pretty lame mask.
Insanely lame. Barely
looks like
textured.
air duct.
Yeah, the TOA version of
just
it is
suck.
significantly cooler. It's still not my favorite, but it is much, much cooler than this, which we will get to eventually. If I didn't state it before, the masks are the exact same when they become Taraga. They just change shape and lose a lot of their powers.
Oh!
But anyway, what did Nokama do as an occupation when she was a Matau?
Run on sentences.
Was she a healer, a teacher, a fisherman, or a sailor?
Teacher.
Great.
Healer.
Fantastic.
I believe she could catch 3 fish with that trident.
You would think wrong, you dumb, ignorant idiot. You should go to class where Nokama is teaching and learn a thing or two.
To the board. Just
Yeah.
like tap tap.
Literally,
children.
I'm not even joking. I'm gonna write down your point, Kyle, before I do this. In the movie, which I have rewatched in preparation for this quiz, she did have her little trident as a Matoran also, and used it to like point at the
Let's
fucking
go.
wall when she was teaching.
Miss
let's
Nokama, what are you pointing at? Which of the 3 points are you using?
It was very condensed in the movie. It was basically like a fork. But yeah, as a Matoran, Nokama worked as a teacher in the TOA METRU schools. During her career, she received the prestigious awards of Exemplary Teacher and Innovative Protodermis Purification, whatever the fuck that means.
Bet she didn't even get a raise for it.
Probably not. You know how they treat teachers in Metru Nui.
Just another
Cogs
way
machine.
It's absolutely.
making you do more for the same pay. Fucking capitalists.
So, I have a second question for you. I'm not gonna dwell on that. When Nokama became a TOA, what was her TOA tool? Was it a harpoon launcher, whip swords, a shield, or fan blades?
Whip swords. You said whip swords. It's whip swords.
Okay.
Please.
It's too good to be true. Too
Please.
good to be
I need
true.
this. I need this. This will heal me.
I'd like to imagine that it's harpoon launcher mainly because I want them to still be a teacher and be like, and that one right there is the correct, like just like it launches the harpoon into the board.
It's like, you know, that ad campaign, that one Japanese ad campaign that had Tommy Lee Jones in it, where he was a teacher.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No,
what
do
are
you guys not
talking
know
about?
that?
I have no idea what you're talking
Alright.
about.
Yeah, I'll look for the video. Mitch, answer.
As cool as it sounds, I don't trust them at this point in Bionicle's lifespan to have made whip swords that work.
Yeah.
I'm going with harpoon launcher as well.
So they didn't make whip swords that worked. They made whip swords that were implied. Because the correct answer is whip swords. Nico picked that one, correct?
Great.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So here's
What
the thing.
the
They're not
hell?
really sword. I had a hard time discerning what these weapons were actually supposed to be. I had to do a lot of research and watch the movie. So, to anyone in the comments who's been like, she doesn't have whip swords, that's a lie. I didn't know how else to put it. They, in the movie at least, where you can see them being used, they start out as like axes with like perfectly straight handles, but then eventually they become extendo and she can kind of whip them about. And then by the end of the movie, she's spinning them at like high velocities and like slicing through shit. In the toy ads, she was also seen using them to like pull herself like water skis. I'm gonna say whip swords because they do be whipping around.
Yeah.
Whip axes
Yeah.
are anything, but they are a
would've-
very unique brand of weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
Very true.
I will personally deem them the twirling axes.
Yes.
Yes.
I also
shall
distinctly recognize this version of the mask very heavily.
I liked this mask because it was translucent, mainly.
That's very cool.
The weird forehead pimples were a choice, but in general, I was quite fond of the mask. It was pretty cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah. So the weapons were actually called hydro blades because even Bionicle didn't know what they were supposed to be. The hydro blades.
It was too creative.
Yeah. I respect the creativity, but boy, did it make it hard to make this round of the quiz. The hydro blades could help Nokama swim through the protodermis canals of Metru Nui by pulling her along, either on the surface or below it. The hydro blades could additionally be spun to create a shield. So, fun stuff, for sure.
It's a really versatile weapon. Like for
Oh,
them
yeah.
to come up with.
Oh, 100%,
Like, it really
yeah.
has a lot of uses. Whereas the other one was like, I shoot a disc.
Yeah, his
Or
is
a
definitely the
jetpack
lamest
fly
weapon.
around.
Yeah.
Not
jetpack
both
also.
at the same time.
His weapon was the
Yeah,
most
that
fun
also.
to use as a toy, but
That's all that matters.
yeah. Also, I guess because the Kanohi discs had different like powers and properties, it had a lot of versatility in whatever ammo he used. But
Fair. Very fair.
we might have to get
Where's
into
the
the
ammo?
discs in a different quiz or never touch them at all. So we're just gonna not dive into that too much. But speaking of diving, because that's what she is doing in that picture, Nokama's Kanohi mask was the Kanohi Rao. And I want you to tell me, of these four options, what was the mask power associated with the Rao? Was it empathy, healing, perception, or translation?
Translation.
Okay.
Healing's on here twice. It's gotta be a reason. Give me healing.
Okay.
Water. Like Avatar The Last Airbender. Water healing.
Okay.
Please.
Cool.
No, it just feels standard. Let's take empathy.
Okay, it's wrong. Again.
Okay, good.
But we don't need to do that. Kyle dialed into on it very quickly. It is translation.
She's a teacher. She can translate because she's smart. She's a teacher.
Yeah, she didn't have the power when she was a teacher, but
But like that's the through line. They're going through line.
this is the through line, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, the Great Rao allows its user to understand and speak in almost any written or spoken language. The Rao automatically converts the language into words and concepts the user is able to understand from their frame of reference. The Great version is not limited to formal languages, but can also translate and speak various Rahi languages and calls, which are the animal species and beast species of the Bionicle world.
That's very fun.
It does not work on
Dr.
body
Dolittle.
language, so that's fun.
Oh.
Yeah. In the movie, she does communicate with Rahi. That's how she discovers her mask power. There's a stampede coming toward them, And she goes, wait, I think I understand them. She wasn't British, but she like stops and talks to them. And then that's how she does that.
Then why did you make her British?
I don't know.
I just wanted her to have cool and awesome empathy powers, man.
No, unfortunately
British,
not.
known for their empathy and their understanding. Yes.
And the Hornica, known for their mutations, are what she got turned into when a Viscerac did put her in a cocoon and fill her with poison. What was the tool that her fun hydroblades that are wacky and crazy, what did they get swapped out with? They get switched with scythes, harpoon guns, barbed hooks, or water blades.
Scythes. Give me the scythes.
This is fucked up.
Why?
Elaborate.
This is fucked up.
Elaborate.
Why?
Well, weren't her previous weapons called water blades?
They were hydroblades. One
Oh,
word.
it's gotta be water blades then.
Okay.
Not a
was
shot
trying
in the
to-
world.
God, I'm soul reading so hard, and then I remembered I can't read. I'm gonna pick barbed hooks.
You sound
just like
disappointed,
the
but you are
previous
getting
one.
a point for that, Kyle.
No!
Because she did, in fact, get
Yes.
some barbed hooks.
Wow.
Okay, that's a little different. That's a little different.
Yeah.
I was like, but the previous water one had hooks. No.
Not really. These were called the fin barbs, by the way.
Fin barbs.
Yeah. The fin barbs were used for underwater climbing and digging and charging up Nokama's water Rotuka spinner. If I'm saying that wrong, you can roast me in the comments. Again, I couldn't watch Bionicle 3 again to get the correct pronunciation because I do not have that DVD anymore.
This is such an interesting pose.
I
It's
don't-
one foot
foot's a bit
on
high.
fully get it,
land,
but you know.
another foot. Is that also land? Is that just a very?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't
trying to
wanna
hold itself
split.
between.
Yeah.
Between the two different land with the water in the middle.
It didn't read that the other bit of land was close enough for her to be doing that. I thought it was a little further away.
Yeah.
So for a
It
second,
has-
I thought she was just like on one foot, like yeah.
We're like midway between, or we're midway into a scene where they're like, "Don't you dare jump in the water! Don't you do it!" She's like, "You want to see me do it?" They're like, "Don't you do it!" She raises her leg up. Nuh-uh, don't you do it!
Now, what you harpoon-loving fellas should know about the fin barbs, though, is that the fin barb's top was retractable and a harpoon made out of water could be shot from the bottom part of the tool. The projectile
That
is
was what I
connected to the
wanted to
fin barb by a
see.
cable of liquid and could be used to throw foes around the battlefield.
Wow.
Wow.
So that actually makes a lot of sense. So the reason why I sounded like I was having difficulty when I guessed is because I truly was like, I went back and I looked at the fire fella and I was like looking at like how that one looks and I was like, I feel like that's gonna be a thing for all of them, like them. And then like the thing coming out of it, I was like, I could see harpoon shooting out, but I also see like a big hook with barbs on it coming out of that. So I was like, I don't know which way I'm gonna go, but it's kind of both. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of both.
It's
Dude,
another
you're so learned.
It's another very unique and versatile tool that the Bionicle creators just went full balls to the wall creativity mode and just went, let's make this do 15 different things and call it the fin barb and make Tyler
warm balls.
have a hard time coming up with what it is in the quiz. We're gonna go into round 3. This is the green guy, and it is my favorite Toa of all time. However, his Turaga form is kind of chuffed. This is Matau. He's a little weird looking as an old man, but he was
I like this one. I'm not gonna lie.
like a
Oh,
big
he looks
bun
like
sauce
something
stick.
really specific. That mask looked like something really specific to me, and I can't place it.
It's mini-me Dr. Doom.
He's a little Dr. Doom.
Actually,
what
it
it
is
is?
Dr. Doom-esque.
Yeah.
I can kind of see
That
it.
is very
Like a
Dr. Doom-esque. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
like that
very-
the things on the top kind of look like eyebrows, and he's giving you the
Like,
weird. I can't do that
yeah,
face, but yeah,
Vine boom sound. Yeah.
yeah. Now, when Turaga Matau was Matoran Matau, what was his occupation? Was he a beast tamer, an inventor, a cart driver, or an entertainer?
Inventor.
Okay.
Inventor
You
seems
got-
right. but
got
I
a
want
brain on
Bionicle
him.
Cart to be real.
Okay.
I think he invented the. I lost it. Beast Tamer.
Cool. So the correct answer is cart driver. So Mitch gets a point. However, not like a Mario Kart driver. It was an Usul cart driver, which was a form of crab-like rahi.
The classic occupation.
And there was like a cart that got pulled behind it.
Everybody grew up wanting to be that.
Which makes no sense because in watching the movie, he actually test drove speeders. Which is not remotely the same thing. So either the wiki was wrong or the movie was wrong. I just went off the wiki because why would the wiki be wrong?
He's what the cool kids nowadays call an entrepreneur. He doesn't even do anything. He just has a title.
Oh, it does. I guess it does say in the description. He was also known to test numerous transportation device prototypes at the test track.
Okay.
So I guess he was just
both.
multifaceted.
If
you can drive one cart, you can drive any cart.
I guess.
Of all trades, master of none, but far better than to be master of one.
He's a driver or entrepreneur.
Yeah, he just likes being behind the wheel of whatever's gonna make him go fast.
Just
He's basically
kidding,
the
he is
Ricky
master
Bobby of the
one
Bionicle universe.
when it comes to
Just leave it at that.
transportation.
He was the baby driver.
He was the Ricky Bobby.
He was the baby driver.
He was the blind shoemaker.
I've
Now-
been trying to find the baby driver.
Incredible bit, but we're gonna move on. When Matau became a TOA, what was his TOA tool? Was it swords, scythes, boomerangs, or shurikens?
Give me
Boomerangs.
scythes and boomerangs in the same one. Well, Mitch chose boomerangs. Give me scythes.
All right, Kyle.
Shuriken, please. That'd be pretty cool.
You guys are really bad at guessing weapons. The correct answer is just swords. I felt like this one was
wanted
going
to
to
be
be
cool.
That's so
pretty obvious. There were
lame.
swords that doubled
Why?
his wings that would attach onto his back. So
Please just
Sure.
let me
I mean,
have
we want-
scythes at some
okay.
point.
this is my
Just let
favorite
me
TOA,
have
by the way.
scythes.
I
Yeah,
love this
don't
guy.
know.
fuck you. Fuck
I don't know.
Fuck
I
you.
don't know about this one. I don't know.
Just how
alright.
Ewell was my favorite
like
of the
him.
original TOA. This guy, for the same reason,
Yeah.
was my favorite of this line of TOA.
I like the
I do
really
like him
dark,
actually a
like
lot.
emerald green that he is. I like this shade of green really well, but
I kind of wish there was more, like a difference of colors going on a little bit more. I think he's too just all
that's-
green for me.
That's kind of the problem with this whole line of TOA is that they're all very monochromatic.
Well, but like the other two have like the large gray pieces on
They
them,
have the exact
right?
same gray pieces
They
across
do.
the board.
Oh, I guess
It's hard to see because of the posing, but
yeah, that's what it is. I do see the
yeah.
gray.
The
now that I'm
internals are
looking a little
gray and the
closer.
armor is all monochrome. So
That's like the
Yeah.
best green, honestly.
Yeah, it's good.
it's a
green.
very, very good green.
yeah,
Nice forest green.
that is my one drawback with these guys is they are. It would help if they had some different colors kind of mixed into.
Yeah,
mix it up.
like an
But-
accent color in there a little bit or something. But overall, I like the actual like way the armor looks on this one's really cool. Like I do actually, I think it's, and the mask specifically is pretty.
But
epic.
still, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
you.
fuck
Oh,
you,
you
fuck
fucking-
you,
Fuck you.
The,
fucking
You and
jack.
fuck you and fuck you.
The armor and body shape are
you
exactly the same as
ass.
the ones we've already looked at. But yes, the mask is very
Jackass.
cool. The
Yeah.
mask was the Kanohi Mahiki, which is one of my favorite masks. I like him and it's cool.
I like the side profile better than the head on.
Yeah,
I like them both.
I like how deep these masks were with the new deep sculpts.
Yeah, I like that the first image you sent with the full body shot kind of looks like the fucking Shaq eating a hot wing and going, oh.
Amazing. Thank you for that.
crazy.
And you're not wrong. What was the mask power associated with the Kanohi Mahiki? Was it gravity, illusion, agility, or cloning?
Please let it be cloning. More
Gravity
of this
would
guy.
be funny since he's flying. Give me gravity.
Okay.
Agility.
You have agilely dodged the correct answer once again across the board. This is the Mask of Illusion.
Good.
Damn.
Good.
It's only
If
the
only there was like
illusion
a
of flight.
visual
Shit.
through line.
Yeah, because like here I'm not getting the through line of like why this is illusion when he was a cart driver. The illusion of having a real job because he actually wasn't that good at cart driving.
If you want, he was like the comedy relief heel character of the group. So he used his illusion powers to fuck with enemies in the movie specifically.
The illusion of
Here's
importance.
a lot of text that I'm going to read you. The illusion power of the great version of the Mahiki is advanced enough to allow users to physically shapeshift into a form of another being they have seen before. This can include different sapient species, mutated beings, Rahi, or even mechanoids. The user can shapeshift into larger creatures than they are, although there is a limit on the size of the form the user turns into. They can imitate all physical attributes and capabilities, including the voice, but cannot copy any powers the original has. The wearer of the Great Mahiki can only stay in another form for a limited time and must maintain concentration to do so. So he's playing Dungeons and Dragons the whole time. The Kanohi Mahiki can also create illusions to deceive an opponent or to conceal the wearer's presence. So that's cool too.
Yeah. Still the best guy.
Yeah.
This guy's the best guy.
In the movie,
I
he sneaks
like
up on
the
his
red
friends by
one.
disguising himself as a Vaki and jumping on them and going, "Wah!" And then they don't kill him, which would have been probably my immediate thing. And then goes,
Like, the
"Ah,
enemy
losers."
has-
And then Vakama's like, I still haven't found my mask power. I am upset. And then it's like, oh my god, guy, get over it. The movie's almost over. You're gonna figure it out.
And then Blue Girl's all like hee hee twirl.
It's exactly how that goes. Yeah.
The whole movie is him going haha pranks, her going hee hee twirl, and him going no, I don't know.
It's also another part of the movie where he's like sitting and being aloof and whatever, and then he takes his Kanoka discs and realizes that the special Kanoka discs that they found can magnetically fuse together, and he just kind of sits there pushing them and pulling them apart together, and they're like, guys, the train is coming, we gotta go, we gotta get on this thing, we gotta go, and he's like, and then like eventually go, I don't know, he's annoying, I don't like Vakama. Anyway.
They just walk up to the main character and go, hurry, we have to go, and he just
That's basically what happens. I don't know.
you guys seeing this shit? Dude, magnets, man. Wow.
Look at what I can do with this fushigi.
He was the Fushigi kid.
When
was I.
Matau was mutated into a Hortica, what were his new tools? Were they claws, boomerangs, spiked whips, or different swords?
Spiked whips. I'm just going to continually choose the thing that I want it to be the most, and
That's good. That's a good
continue to be disappointed when I'm wrong every time.
In spite of the evidence stacked against me, I still don't trust them to make whips. I'm picking boomerangs again.
strategy. Okay.
I'm also picking boomerangs.
All right. You guys are not doing great in the weapons department. He did just get different swords.
Amazing.
Jesus Christ,
No,
man, come
fuck
on.
this
Yeah.
guy.
These swords aren't as cool because they don't
Fuck,
become
get outta
wings.
here.
They're just
Yeah,
swords.
they're also lame
That
swords.
sucks.
Yeah,
They're just
I'm
like
not a
big
fan of
kitchen
Hortica
knives.
in general.
It's
No,
just
they
a
also
big
look the
chef's
same
knife.
pretty much. Like,
Yeah, I do kind of like the asymmetrical designs, and I like that they have more color because there's more silver in them than like the Metru, but they are just kind of weird looking goober freaks, and which was the point, but I never really got into them.
Give them whip swords.
These weapons were called the Fang Blades. They were able to slice through Viscerac webs and charge up Matau's air Rotoka spinner. The Fang Blades also made Matau the most adept at climbing among the Toa Hortica, being able to easily outdistance his peers even on slippery surfaces.
So can you explain to me how all these weapons, because like it's always a line in there where it's just like they do this and they also charge up the spinner. How do they do that?
Kyle,
Like, how does that work?
I have said this multiple times. I have not watched Bionicle 3 in like 20 years, and I cannot find my DVD copy of it, and I refuse to buy a new copy of that movie that probably
like,
does not hold up. I
tell
do not
us,
remember
Tyler!
how they work with the
Tell
spinners.
us!
But
I assume
fuck
they just
you.
go, hello, and then it like shoots them. I don't know. I truly
There
don't know.
is There is no way you can't watch that movie for free on YouTube.
I tried looking it up and I could not find an available version of it. Round number 4 was Taraga Onua, who be brown and tan.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's
and
a
you got a
creamy khaki.
He's got loafers
he got
on.
there.
I like it a lot, and I like he has just a very long hammer.
Yeah.
Why the shape on the mask like that? It looks like he has a fucking like genie lamp printed onto his mask.
You're not wrong.
They got
so
some
weird.
interesting shape language on these.
I like
these
it.
masks.
Yeah.
It is weird, but I like it.
I like that they just kind of went for it on a lot of these.
Yeah, they really
masks.
said somebody just kind of like splatter paint at a wall, and they were like, "That's it. That's the pattern. Put it on the mask."
Yeah. Maybe there's like lore behind what the markings mean on the masks. I don't know.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
We have some educated fans. They can let us know in the comments. I always appreciate when people post a bunch of the extra lore stuff that I didn't talk about, because that makes me know you paid attention and care enough to say something. So good on you. Speaking of lore and stuff, as this is the point of the video, when Taraga Onua was a Matoran, what was his occupation? Was he an archaeologist, a carver, a construction worker, or a climber?
Those feet look like they can climb well.
Well, those weren't his feet when he was a Matoran, but
Those feet look like they can archaeology well.
I feel like I have to pick archaeologist.
so 2 for archaeologist, 1 for climber,
Old Mega Man bit.
Oh yeah.
which means we have 0 for points because he was a carver.
Yay.
Onua was a Matoran carver on Metru Nui. He was considered to be the best at the profession, and he often beat fellow carver Akmau in competitions, earning his colleagues' jealousy. That's quite a name.
I want the Akmau figure. Can I get an Akmau figure?
It exists.
What's the lesser comments
Include
rise
a
up?
picture.
How do you spell that?
It's AHKMOU. Don't search for it, because if it brings up his TOA variant, it will spoil things.
Wait, why would it bring up? Well, like
I don't know,
Akmau's a
because it's
different
associated
guy.
with Onua. It might just
That's fair.
hyperlink the
Yeah,
page. I don't know.
I'll leave it sitting in the search,
Yeah.
and I'll hit it later.
Yeah, look it up between rounds.
Yeah.
I fully encourage
Yeah.
you to do that.
Yeah.
But first, I need to ask you, when Onua became a TOA, what was his TOA tool? Was it pickaxes, claws, grappling hooks, or spiked shoes?
Spike shoes.
We got 1 for spiked shoes.
Could probably climb.
Those shoes look like they could grapple hooks.
Got 1 for grappling hooks.
You might think that I have a loyalty to grappling hooks, but in fact, my loyalty to pickaxes outweighs it
Okay.
severely, actually.
Well, I am gonna give points to 2 of you.
Oh.
Pickaxes and grappling hooks could be considered the correct answers for the proto-pythons, which are the weapons
Both
that he
them.
had.
Yo!
Now,
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I am
I-
so shocked that
Oh, I
when you
recognize
said
this
2,
guy.
I was like, a hand thing and a foot thing, and then you said 2 hand things, and I was like,
no,
Yeah.
they double.
No.
So I
Interesting.
had a hard time figuring out
this
what
is
these
sick.
were. Because they are very clearly like chains, right? Because they're
Right.
always
Yeah.
portrayed as like flooping. In the movie, it's just a pickaxe. It's one singular big pickaxe, and it never changes.
Oh.
So I think the movie just got it wrong.
Yes!
I don't know. Because in the toys and all the promotional material, he do be swinging around, like whipping them about. So like, I thought they were grappling hooks. In the movie, it's a pickaxe. They're called proto-pythons, which means nothing. So I'm just gonna give points to both
Yeah.
and cover my bases. But he did use them to swing from sculpture to sculpture in the sculpture fields. So
Yeah,
I
that shit
remember
perilous.
really liking
Good
this
name.
guy. I remember really liking this.
yeah, he was a
This
fucking
always helped.
asshole in the movie. He was just a dick to everyone. He was like openly racist toward like the other ones. Like, it's like, yeah, teacher,
that's
go
not
back to your
good.
class. Fucking nerd.
So we had asshole, we had prankster, we had teacher, and we had lost pro tag. I'm glad we had a really
yes,
dynamic.
yes.
We
They
had
all
one
are
of these
very-
pro tag.
Yeah.
We're building a My Hero Academia episode as we speak.
This is
Now-
Bakugo. I see.
Oh, I do love Bakugo, so this is my new favorite. No, I think he looks really cool though. Actually,
He
his
does have
mask
a
is
pretty cool
neat. The
design.
grappling hooks are neat. Like it's cool.
Yeah. Now his mask was the Kanohi Kamau.
Banger.
A word.
I like it a lot better when someone's wearing it.
Yeah.
It
is a really good
looks
one,
better
though.
in the promotional art, honestly, because like as a figure, you can see like the whole skull through it, because like it's very wide and open. But I still like the design. And what was the power associated with this mask? I have a lot of typos in this document, apparently. Was it the mask of mind control, density, alchemy, or telekinesis?
Telekinesis, but I kind of wish it was density. I already know I'm right. So
Density, but
Okay.
how'd you know that?
through my magical telekinesis powers.
I'll buy in on your snake oil. I'll pick telekinesis.
You shouldn't have done that. It's mind control.
Exactly.
No one gets points.
Because I was using mind control to force you into it.
It's another mind controller.
Yeah.
So he's an asshole with mind control? That's not
That is an
great.
interesting
Yeah, he gets the mind
combination.
control after he stops being an asshole, kind of.
Well, that's good.
I think it's when the other one starts being an asshole to him, or they start like infighting, and then he's like, "Sit down," and then he makes him sit down. And then he's like,
Oh, no.
Plot acquired. I have power now."
Yeah, like, I love.
It was dumb.
Eat this, and then he just eats it and goes,
Go
I'm so
fuck
powerful.
yourself. What
I
are
have
you
the
doing?
power of
What are
being
you doing?
literal.
What are you doing?
Okay, that's not right.
Yeah.
The Kamau allows its user to see into the mind of another to control them. That is what mind control means. But only if the user has greater willpower than the target. The less willpower a target has, the easier it is to control them. It can only work on one target at a time.
Imagine a mind control power that only works on people with greater willpower than you.
That would be
Like
weird.
you have to be wimpier.
That would actually be really funny.
You just drag them down to your level. Just
Yeah.
I believe in the movie he only uses the power twice. He uses it once on the fucking guy that we're gonna talk about in round 5 when he's like, "Sit down," and then he does it on one of the villains where he's like, "Go attack Nadiki," and then he's like, "Get Nadiki," and then he jumps off and attacks Nadiki.
Yeah, the mind control is the kind of power that like you have to use it not often. You can't use it all the time because there's no reason for you not to be constantly using it.
It's not because they didn't do it for plot reasons. It's because the plot took so long to get along that they only had their mask powers for a very brief period of time in the movie.
I
So
see.
most of the movie is them trying to figure out what their mask powers do. So
And he still had a crisis of identity over not having it yet. Motherfucker, you all didn't have it yet.
Yeah,
but then they all
them
found it
didn't
and he
know.
didn't. And it was the end of the movie and he was running out of runtime to figure that out.
He's like, I know how much longer we have left. We're running out of screen.
Anyway, in the third movie that I cannot rewatch unless Mitch sends me that link, I guess, when Onewa was mutated into a Hortica, what were his new tools? Were they clubs, flails, hammers, or chains?
Oh, hammers would be a fun callback. I'll pick chains.
Okay, cool.
None of these are as good as what they used to be.
Sure aren't.
Flails are pretty cool.
You picking flails?
Yeah.
Okay. Mitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with clubs because it's like the suit for playing cards clubs, and people who have playing card powers and are all about gambling. All those characters, they're usually, I hate them and they're assholes. So
Don't
go
slander
gambling.
Gambit in that way. Also,
Yeah, really.
I do have to give you a point though, because they were clubs. They're very boring looking.
is that why they had to motion blur the shit out of them in the promotional art?
Yeah, I guess so. I think they do still have chains, which would make you think that they're flails, but they are called claw clubs. So they're clubs.
Okay.
I kind of like the design of them a little bit. They're not
really
bad.
look like
They're not
clubs,
horrid.
though.
They look like axes on chains, but they're clubs.
Yeah, they don't look like
Yeah.
clubs. They look like multiple other things.
And maybe
I
they're
like the
chain
little-
whip axe blade hammers in the movie. Again, I don't know because I lost my DVD copy of Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows and I have not been able to find it.
Right,
But,
right, of course.
The claw clubs could hurl stones with incredible accuracy, as clubs do. They could be used for climbing as well as charging up Onewa's stone Rotuka spinner.
Oh, good. Wow. I can see it so clearly. The way they're charging the spinner is amazing.
Round number 5.
Woo!
It's Whenua, who did have a drill stick.
Oh, he's extra hunchy.
Yeah, his head,
boy.
just like the original Black Toa's head was on the chest. Same thing with
true.
Taraga.
Yeah.
They're just the hunchy people because they lived underground. I guess they had to keep it low and I don't know.
As a cave dweller myself, I am very, very much like shrimp spine.
That's why you have a fucked up bean body. It's because you're a cave dweller.
pokey stick.
It's a very nice pokey
Just
stick.
like Mitch.
I could get the corn out betwixt my teeth after I eat a nice cob of corn with that, probably.
Just like Mitch's bass stick back there.
That's his Toa tool. Toa Mitch uses the
I
bass
can't remember if
stick.
that's a bass or a trout.
Probably trout. I don't know my fishes.
When Taraga Whenua was a Matoran, what was his occupation?
Fisherman.
Spearfisher.
Was he an archivist, a tool maker, an appraiser, or a miner?
Appraiser. I trust this man.
Cool.
I'm gonna take archivist.
Okay.
And I'll take. Oh wow, miner kind of feels right. But that pokey
they live in
stick's so
caves?
cool. He obviously makes them. I will pick toolmaker.
Okay, you will pick a wrong answer. If you'd picked miner, you would have also picked a wrong answer. Correct answer is archivist. So Mitch gets another point.
Yay!
If my math is right, you're kind of crushing it today, but I won't say what the score
Probably
is in
are.
case I'm wrong.
I almost don't believe you. I feel like I've failed quite a few times.
I don't know. His score is
You've
getting
gotten
pretty
quite a
high if my
few
math is
from my
correct.
recall.
For most of his life, Whenua worked in the TOA METRU archives. Not long after his initial recruitment, Whenua got lost while heading 4 levels down to check on an ash bear exhibit, but ended up 2 levels lower in a tunnel where one of Mavra's Kinloka experiments was condemned after the experiment failed. Whenua thought he would remain lost forever, but eventually found his way out. I don't know what half of that meant, but in the movie, he was archiving stuff when he was given his little rock from the one remaining Toa that existed at the time, and he said, "Don't archive this." And then there was a lot of stuff about how he was an archiver, and they would make fun of him because they're like, "The archiver, he's in archives. I'm the whatever the guy we talked about in the last round. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna make fun of you for stuff." Anyway.
That backstory synopsis was the most like rising action, end of story.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, he found this really cool and interesting thing with a lot of lore behind it. Anyway, he made it out.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I didn't even pare that down. I think that's just how it was. I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on to the cool part when he was not a regular man or an old man. He was a tall man, aka a TOA. TOA is an acronym for tall. Tall old
Oversized
man.
ass.
It's TOA.
Tall, old,
Adult.
adult. There you go.
tall old adult.
When Whenua was a TOA, what was his TOA tool? Was it hammers, drills, axes, or fists?
It's gotta be fist cotton.
It's
Okay.
gotta be fists.
Gotta be drill.
So 2 for fists and 1 for drills.
Yeah.
Kyle was right this time. It is actually drills. Now I'm going to show you this picture. You're going to be like, that's not drills, that's shovels. But they are called the Earthshock drills, so they are
That's
drills.
not drills, that's shovels.
Those are shovels.
yeah.
not
Those are
drills.
some damn shovels.
I see what they're saying a little. The more I look at it, I
It's
don't actually.
because the Earthshock drills had various modes of digging. Basic shovels, drills when spinning the tool ends at high speeds, or a jackhammer by shoving them together because they interlocked and then going huck 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 cha 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 cha.
Oh, I do like the
That's
huck
pretty
huck
fun.
huck huck cha 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 cha.
Yeah.
I also
That's
envy
pretty
the
fun.
That's not
Everyone,
what you said.
timestamp.
I like
right,
the
timestamp. However you think that should be spelled.
Tyler, that's not what I
It's
said.
getting-
You need to say it properly.
It's getting longer every time you say it.
Well, sometimes you just do a cha if you only need to do a little bit, but if you're going for a Y, it'd be a
Sometimes if you're not really feeling up to it, it goes like haka.
No one is watching anymore. So
Man,
you
that
might
was
have
crazy.
noticed Whenua's mask. It is quite cool and bumpy, and it is called the Kanohi Ruru, like Kyle's dog.
Ruru. Yeah.
Two of them next to each other.
Sort of. Two of his dog next to each other.
Two of them both curled up on a vent. They're blocking the vent. House is cold. They're warm.
And what was the mask power
Yes.
of the Ruru? Was it hardening, dexterity, growth, or night vision?
My dog's, it's not dexterity. That dog struggles to move around. She is tiny. She's small. It's not growth. Night vision doesn't feel real. I'll pick hardening.
Okay.
Growth.
Okay, hardening, growth. Those should go hand in
Doesn't
hand.
grow.
Hey, I feel like
Penis.
doubling up too many times. As much as I want, I think it would be really funny for someone who lives in cramped areas to grow. I'm gonna pick dexterity, I guess.
Cool. The correct answer was night vision, so no one gets points.
What?
His was also-
I thought it was a slam dunk on hardening. I'm
Nope.
not gonna lie.
It was night
I
vision.
really felt like that was real, and I'm upset. But like, I get it. But like, that's stupid.
Yeah. No, in the movie, they literally, his little group of 3 who are in a prison when they get their powers, it's the brown one, him, and the white one, who we've yet to talk about. And the brown one and the white one just get their powers. Don't take that out of context. What was his name? I need to just... Onewa? Yeah, it was Onewa. We won't call it the
brown one, a white
anymore,
one, and a
'cause that
black one are
sounds
stuck
crazy.
behind bars.
The white one also does sound crazy, but I can't say it. I don't remember what his name is. We haven't gotten to it yet. Anyway, they get their powers at the same time very abruptly and kind of out of nowhere, and then they break a hole in the wall, and then he walks forward and he goes, "Oh yeah, mine is be bright," and no we can see. It just also comes out of nowhere. It's not a good movie. I just really need to reiterate that movie's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler's canceled. that was wow.
Hashtag Tyler is over party.
You know what I meant. You know what I
He's
meant.
gonna die 2 days before this goes up.
No, when this cool guy was in prison with the brown one and the white one.
The brown one. I hate all of
What's
you.
the punchline?
The great version of the Ruru allows its user to cast a beam of light that allows them and those nearby to see. Neat. It also grants them normal night vision and a small degree of X-ray vision, not as powerful as that of the Akaku. It can be used as a weapon, blinding enemies with its glow.
that I like.
That's cool.
That I
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, we got a little bit of the word is escaping me.
Imagine to go fight this dude. He hits you with the solar flaring and then hugga chugga gugga on your intestinal tract and you die. It'd be crazy.
Not the jackhammer on the intestinal tract.
Dude,
Oh god.
Dude, yeah, this guy does seem like a nightmare to fight. You just like, haha, I am here to do, and he just flashbangs you, and while you're like, oh my god, just absolutely
Yeah.
obliterates
What are you gonna do with
you.
those shovels? Wouldn't you like to know? Solar flare.
Gets you
You'll
with the,
never
gets you with the
see.
think fast, chuckle nuts.
Incredible.
When Whenua was mutated into a Toa Hortica, what were his new tools? They might also be able to hakaga chaga gaga. Maybe. Were they augers, jackhammers, chainsaws, or actual drills?
Augers or poggers.
Augers are poggers.
And
yes,
they
true.
are capable of hakaga kaga chugga.
They sure are.
Augers are poggers. However, I've been watching a lot of the gameplay of Resident Evil Requiem. So I'm gonna pick chainsaws because man, are there a lot of chainsaws in that game.
I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil Requiem, and I can confirm there are a lot of chainsaws in that game. This isn't you'd think that, Kyle, you must simply be doing that thing where you talk about one and then pick another. No, the chainsaws were fun in Requiem. I'm going to pick chainsaws.
You should have done the thing you normally do and pivot, because the correct answer is, in fact, drum roll please. Jackhammers. They're jackhammers.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty cool jackhammers, though.
What is going
somebody
on?
bonked him real hard.
He's just very
he's very droopy now.
Yeah.
Those are cool jackhammers.
Yeah, they're less cool when you find out that the official name for them are thumpers.
No, that's fine.
The thumpers could be used to summon underground Rahi to charge up when... oh, no, end of sentence. They could be used to summon underground Rahi, comma, to charge up Whenua's Earth Rotuga Spinner, comma, or be used as jackhammers for digging through rubble, comma, or for combat.
These are the most, like, standard-ass descriptions ever. This is a this. You can fight with it. You can charge with it. It was his weapon. Like,
well, he can also summon Rahi with them. That's kind of cool.
Now, yeah,
he's doing like the Dune thing,
standout.
where it's like, don't do the dance on the sand, just stomp until they come up and eat us.
Just stomp.
Like, that's kind of rad.
And he could stomp
on the
what
sand.
if he could chug with the jackhammers into the sand and some of the Dune.
Man, this is the dumbest bit we've ever had, I think, actually.
I just
We've had
like
some
going
bad bits.
No, there's been worse. There's definitely been worse.
Tell us in the comments below what bit has been worse on our channel than Hakaga Chaga Chaga Cha. Also, the jackhammer, when being used as jackhammers, Whenua could charge the thumpers with elemental earth energy to maximize the damage output. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're gonna hug a bit?
You haka on my kachaga cha until I kacha.
I love
do
the Fueled by Sandwiches.
Chug-a-lil?
My favorite Fueled by Sandwiches episode is the one where they say haka for a really long.
The one where they really struggle to say chug jug for like an hour. Round number 6, we're on to the final guy of these 3 dang figure lines. And this guy was Nuju.
Oh, he's got a war pick. Yes.
Yep.
And a white Darth Vader mask.
Yeah, it's kind of like Darth Vader mask meets Jason Voorhees hockey mask.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good
Guys,
one.
Darth Voorhees.
Darth Voorhees, cool.
That's terrifying.
So when Taraga Nuju was a wee young Matoran, what he do for a job? Was he a doctor, an astronomer, a scholar, or a scientist?
That staff of his when he's old reminds me of the scholar from Elden Ring Night Rain, so I'm picking scholar.
Okay, specific.
I was going to do that, but no doubling up. That little staff is a telescope. He was an astronomer, baby.
Cool.
I just really want there to be a fucking interview that comes out about like the creation of Elden Ring. Or was it Elden Ring? Is that what we said, right?
Yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain.
Night Rain. Yeah, it's like, yeah, when we were making Elden Ring Night Rain, we couldn't figure out what we were gonna make that guy, and I really enjoyed my Nuju figure when I was little, so I just decided to like turn that into this guy. That being said, I will pick Doctor.
Okay, you should have gone with scholar, like Mitch, because he was a scholar.
Because I'm goated. I'm gonna check what the scholar's weapon looks like to even see if that remotely looks correct.
And while you do that, I'll read this little blurb of
does.
stuff, because I'm not going to give you points for astronomer, but Nuju worked as a scholar in the knowledge towers of TOA METRU. Nuju spent his days staring into telescopes, hoping to find glimpses of the future in the stars. And he did have a gigantic fucking like military grade telescope in his home.
I didn't even pick it, and I think you should give him a point for astronomer, because that really did just describe astronomer.
Well, if I did, he would be tied with you if my math is correct.
I think he deserves it.
I don't. I'm not going to give him one.
All right.
I nailed it.
That is similar.
What a scholar you are. Wow, amazing.
It's a cane, but the whole stick is a blade. Don't touch it.
Yeah, that's
That is
correct.
illegal.
When Nuju became a Toa, what was his Toa tool? Was it claws, ice picks, swords, or clubs?
It's probably stupid swords. Probably stupid.
Claws.
One for SARS, one for claws. What are you going for, Mitch?
Say ice picks because you'll have to say it in an accent. I don't think you can do it.
I'm glad you said what I was thinking. I was like, clubs is the obvious one for him to say. How the hell is he gonna say ice picks like that?
Well, I did say immediately when we saw his elderly form that he was holding a war pick, so I guess I have to pick ice
He
picks.
does have an horse park, so you are getting another point. You are destroying everybody.
I recognize this design.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Those weapons
Very-
did look cooler in the movie because they did like he held them up like by the blade part and they like covered his whole arm like down the sides and I'm like that's way cooler than him just holding the ends and having them as
Yeah.
axes. I don't know.
Was there? I feel like one of the ads that I saw was specifically this guy, and that's why I remember him. And it had one of those crazy badass cryo sheller, fucking Breaking Benjamin level song. I don't know.
Probably, yeah, that would have fit with the times. These things were called the crystal spikes, and they could be used as ice picks or shoved onto his feet and used as snowshoes. So
Nice.
that's probably why they look.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that actually. Yeah.
What was his name again?
His name is Nuju.
Okay, because if I'm gonna after this is over, I'm gonna look at the ad and see if it was the one that I was thinking of.
That's very fair.
Jack used his power often.
Speaking of power, Toa Nuju's Kanohi mask, the Matatu, not to be mistaken with Matau, who was the green one that we talked about already. The Kanohi Matatu did have a mask power, as all of them did. And I want you to tell me what that power was from these 4 options. Was it telekinesis, magnetism, future sight, or wisdom?
Telekinesis.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Widom?
The scholars wisdom is one of scholars' dump stats, so I guess faith rather. So it can't be that.
Sure.
He also isn't very wise, but he does get some insights into his future, so I'm picking future sight.
He does not. The correct answer is telekinesis.
Do you
You
get it?
must
Because
be wrong about
telescope
that.
on eye make telekinesis. Tele.
Oh, good line.
No.
Through
We're done.
line. Through
We're
line. Line is through. We're happening. It's great.
That line go through.
The Matatu allows its user to move targets within range of view by utilizing the power of thought. The user cannot telekinetically move themselves to fly. The only difference between the great and noble versions, which are the Toa version and the old man version, are the power's duration and the maximum weight able to be moved. Both can move more than one target at once. Nuju's Matatu had a telescopic and heat-sensing eyepiece installed in it by Vakama. This was lost after transforming into a Turaga, which is weird because in the movie, they didn't meet until, like, they went to become Toa, and he had the telescope in his eye as a Matoran already. Although I guess it could be implied that since he was a mask maker, he made everybody's masks in general. But I don't
Just
know.
one
I
for
don't know.
everyone?
I don't know.
That could make sense.
I don't know.
I can see that.
I also like how in the movie, when he awoke his mask power, it was literally immediately after he's like, sit down, and then boom, and then it literally like, whip pans to Nuju, and he's like, telekinesis, and just like rips the wall open. It's like, like it's just like instant, like.
Sit down.
Oh! It's like what it felt like. It was so jarring.
I gotta find, like, when we're done after this, I have to try to find
I don't remember what he said. I'm pretty sure he literally just goes, stop! Like rips the wall out. It's just like so abrupt. Wow. Like, shit's crazy.
Awesome.
That movie sucks. When Nuju was mutated into a Hardica, we're in the last round of the quiz. I don't think Mitch can be caught.
Wow.
Do have to talk about it, the last thing. When Nuju was mutated into a Hardica, what were his tools? What did they be? Were they freeze rays, ice spikes, pile bunkers, or teeth?
Well, you know.
Oh no.
I don't have to
thing
read the
I love.
fourth one.
I think you're fucking with us, but Give me teeth.
Okay, cool. Nico's going for teeth.
I'm gonna be wrong,
I don't even have to. I don't gotta say no more.
but I gotta take the risk.
I'll take ice spikes, I guess.
Okay.
And we all know what Mitch is picking.
Yeah, Mitch is obviously gonna be picking.
Contractually bound.
Pile
Contractually
bunkers.
bound to pick.
I picked it. I
the
got you.
Chugga pile bunker.
Damn, I was hoping you would like pivot and do something funny. So I'm just gonna show you the picture and you can tell me who was right.
Teeth. Oh.
You're right, it's Hortica teeth. You get a point.
What?
I'm not fucking with you. That's real. They're called Hortica teeth. That's what they are. I don't know what that
you
means.
sure it's
I
not
don't know
ice
how those are
spikes?
teeth. They're
What
called Hortica
are
teeth.
they?
Correct answer is teeth.
What do they do?
I'll tell you what they do. By being rubbed together, the Hortica teeth were able to create an ultrasonic hum that could summon flying Rahi. Nuju could also use them to charge his ice Rotuka, and they could also be used to climb knowledge towers.
You should not gnash your teeth
I
together.
don't know if he could
guys.
climb in general,
Please.
but he sure could climb knowledge towers with them.
Please do not
I-
rub your teeth together.
You were
will
like,
create
tell me.
Rahi.
You were like, tell me. Yeah, that's really what dentists should say to like keep
Don't
children
grind
from
your
grinding
teeth
their
in your
teeth.
sleep. You'll summon flying beasts to kill you in your sleep.
You'll create an
You'll have to
ultrasonic
climb the
hum.
knowledge tower to get away.
It feels like such a fucking Zelda CDI. Just quick, climb the knowledge tower to escape. Like,
You need
did
the teeth to climb the knowledge tower.
oh no, you've rubbed them.
you were like, you tell me what they are, and I was like intaking breath to be like, oh, I got a point, ice spikes. And then he went teeth. And I like almost just kept talking because I was like, well, obviously not. like, that's not teeth. What are you talking? You said I was like, what do you mean those are teeth?
Managed
What do
to
you-
verbally knock the wind out of him.
Yeah, I literally, I broke ribs. You knocked the wind out of me so hard mentally. I can't fucking fathom. Teeth?
Their teeth. He's got hand teeth. So I hope you all enjoyed our little journey through 3 entire years of Bionicle.
Can't believe you ended us on teeth.
I'm gonna use the teeth to out of this fucking episode.